Hi, how are you doing? Welcome back to another episode of the Watch Professor Watch Review. Thank you for joining me. This week, we're going to talk about a Cartier watch. Now, when collectors talk about Cartier watches, we usually focus on its designs and shapes. Of course, Cartier had made some very complicated pieces, but the center of the attention for the time being, it's still the design and the shapes. And when we talk about vintage Cartier models, that element of design and shapes rises about functionality. Vintage Cartiers are all the rage these days. The latest Cartiers on everybody's lips is the Pebble. While everybody seems to be familiar with the Pebble piece, it actually was a rather obscure and rare model from Cartier London, which was made in 1972. That said, 2022 marks the 50th anniversary for the Pebble, and Cartier released a re-edition in November in a limited number of just 150 pieces. Many Cartier experts believe original Pebbles had only been made 6 times. I mean, 6 pieces. This is very, very, very rare. Now, as far as I'm aware, 5 of them were in yellow gold and 1 of them is in platinum. There are some details about the original Pebble that is different from the modern one. The Lux design is one of them. Even though they just made 6 pieces originally, there were 2 designs. One has the exposed Lux, or nicknamed the turtle feet. The other has a hidden Lux, which is similar to the re-edition one. Also, the dial on the modern piece says Swiss at 6 o'clock, not on the original one. The original Pebble was in 35.5 millimeter with a JLC movement. The modern one is slightly bigger, 36 millimeter, using a hand winding movement 430 MC. The movement has a very, very small diameter and it's ultra thin at just 2.1 millimeters. When fully wound, the power reserve is 40 hours. Now, the watch at the time of launch retailed at 40,000 euros, and many felt that it was very well overpriced for a time-only piece. But my view is the value of a watch differs from piece to piece, depending on which watch you're looking at. On this particular Pebble, I believe the value falls into the heritage, obscurity, and the design of it. I was lucky enough to have witnessed several of the original piece. Particularly, there was one that is made in platinum on my friend Oro's wrist. I'm going to show you a picture of that. Now, also the watch is very comfortable to wear. Here I have it in a blue strap. The watch strap is not original. The original strap comes in more like a tan color, like a tan, beige, orange tan color. This strap is made by Deluxe in Singapore, and I love the combination of this color, blue, which reflects very well with the hour and minute hands. Let's go to the bench and take a closer look at the watch. Come on. Now you can see the original one does not have Swiss made at the 6 o'clock here. Very slim profile, and you can see the locks are actually well hidden from the top view if you were to look at the watch from the top. It's not easy to photograph the watch because it's so reflective, it's so rounded. $36. 6.3. Lug to lug, 28. Just 50 gram. So you can see the watch. Very interestingly, using a square inside a circular case. The hands are actually blue. I hope you can see. Yes, right here you can see it. It's blue. And I said earlier that the Swiss-made identification at 6 o'clock actually sets this apart from an original one or a later one, and a re-edition one. Very, very reflective. This is like a fingerprint magnet. I hope you've enjoyed this very quick review. Don't forget to go check out the Watch Professor quiz at WatchProfessorAcademy.com. Like, subscribe, and comment if you want to know anything about it. Thank you. See you next week.